Hey guys and girls, Dave back from Player TV, hope you're all well. Today I'm here with this, and it's the MSI Optix MPG27C. Let's roll the intro. So what comes in the box? You get a 3.5mm jack pass-through cable, and that connects into this little connector here. And that's the pass-through from your PC into there, and then there's a headphone and microphone jack on the side here. You also get a USB pass-through cable, and that connects here, and that's to connect to your PC, and you use the software supplied by SteelSeries to control the LEDs on the front and the LED strips that are here on the back of the monitor. You also get the power brick and connector, connects there. You get the MSI gaming monitor warranty card, a quick start guide, you get the foot, the arm, and then of course the monitor itself. The monitor also comes with face mounts here, as you can see, but it's also very easy to put it together should you choose to use the stand. So a bit of info about the monitor itself. The MSI MPG27C is a curved 1800R, boasting a 178-degree viewing angle, 27-inch, 1080p, 144Hz VA panel monitor. The VA panel boasts true color 115% sRGB and 100% NTSC color gamut ratings. It sports a contrast ratio of 3000:1 with a 1 millisecond response time, AMD's Freesync technology and MSI's anti-flicker technology implemented to reduce eye strain. It has a 100 by 100mm VESA mount and offers two HDMI 1.4 and a single DisplayPort 1.2 connector. On the left side there are two USB 2 ports and a headphone and microphone jack, which are connected to the computer with the provided cables shown in the unboxing earlier. Plenty of options to get you going. You've probably noticed the 5 programmable LED strips on the bottom of the monitor. Such a tease. More on them shortly. On the back of the monitor it has a large dual RGB light panel which is controlled with the GameSense software provided by SteelSeries. Also on the rear is the intuitive 5-way joystick which controls the on-screen menus with the MSI Gaming On-Screen Display, or OSD for short. There is also a downloadable software OSD package on MSI's website. The Optix MPG27C has an adjustable stand that allows you to move the monitor vertically up and down around 120mm, tilt left and right about 40 degrees each way, and swivel -5 to +40 degrees to allow the best viewing angles. Moving on to software, the MSI Gaming OSD is a downloadable package that allows you to control the monitor like you would using the 5-way joystick. This software allows you to change between some preset settings on the left hand side, which have been pre-programmed for different gaming and working environments. The center section allows you to make manual adjustments to those settings, including enabling HDCR, eye saver, anti-motion blur, and activate FreeSync when using AMD GPUs. Screen Assistance allows you to add red or white crosshairs on the monitor's screen, which you'll either like or dislike. Personally, I found it didn't help me in any way when playing CSGO, but I'm pretty terrible at the game anyway. Finally, on the right hand side, you can enable a refresh rate counter on whatever corner of the screen you prefer, as well as an alarm clock, which is another feature you'll use, or not at all. Next, the SteelSeries GameSense software. SteelSeries is well known to be a big partner when it comes to providing MSI with hardware and software. The GameSense software controls not only the programmable LEDs on this monitor, but should you use a PC like the Infinite A8th, then the GameSense software would control the monitor, LEDs on the PC, and peripherals as well if you have them. To help you get started with the Optix MPG27C, there are a couple of LED presets available, though it's incredibly easy to program your own to however you'd like. Now, back to the LEDs and onto the main focus of why this monitor is completely different from any of the others, and that's the LED strips along the bottom, as I just said. So we're going to start by using the SteelSeries Engine 3 or GameSense to scan the library for games. Here we're just going to add Counter-Strike Global Offensive, confirm. You add that to a device, in this case it's going to be the monitor. Go back to the engine apps, and what we do is we turn that on, and then we configure CSGO here. Now what that does is that loads a menu for the front and back of the monitor. And what that actually allows you to do is program, some of these bars to change them to different things. So we'll have health, could be these two, this bar here. We're going to have ammo in these ones, and then every time you get a kill, we're going to make that change red. Now on the back, we're not going to see it personally, but if you're ever at a tournament or something and you get a headshot, let's say, then yeah, we're going to make that flash purple. So that could be a thing where the back of on the back of the monitor, where going to events like such as LAN parties and things like that might be a cool feature. Like normally though, you wouldn't really see it, would you? Back to the front anyway. Yeah, so we've programmed it, as I say, for these two bars for ammo. We've got round kills, and then we've got health. So what I'm going to do now is load up Counter-Strike. I'm going to play around, and then I'll put in some B-roll of me playing the game, and then you can see the light bars along the bottom. Moving up and down as you use the ammo and you lose health, etc. Because there's a couple of shots there where I'm definitely going to get killed. So here we are then, we've loaded up Counter-Strike Global Offensive, or CSGO. The bar there on the left in the green is the health, and the bar on the right at the bottom in the orange is ammo. As you can see, I'm going to take some shots and get killed in a second, and there we are. So you could see those going down as I was taking shots and losing health. Didn't say I was an expert at this game, just saying. So here we are, next round. Now, so I'm going to just empty a couple of clips here in a second, so you'll see the bar along the orange bar there going down. And I think in a second as well, I just storm into the tunnel in a minute and get completely blindsided. So yeah, I'm going to let you watch that. So going back to the engine apps, there's things like FreeSync. These are provided by SteelSeries, and they are illumination and effects that span across all your devices. You can turn that on, configure it. So yeah, that's how you connect your things like your keyboards, your mouse, your headsets, motherboards, FreeSyncs, all that stuff. And again, you could just configure it like before. Going back to that, we have the Discord app. Which flashes certain things for notifications and things like that. So it's good to see that Discord have added an app. We have audio visualizer, image sync, Counter-Strike Go, like I've just shown you. Dota 2 is another one. Minecraft mod, Utopia 9, iFillPixel, and then you can make your own app where you visit the MSI's tech blog. And that just kind of shows you what's new in the new engines, which you can download. Things that they've added, stuff like that. And then there's also an SDK that you can download to add your own games and things like that. So hopefully in the future it'll be nice to see games such as the first person shooters being added. I think that's the end game there really. So my thoughts on the MSI Optix MPG27C. It's fairly obvious by this point that the MPG27C is aimed at the enthusiast gamer. And I say that because it comes with all the features gamers want. A 144Hz VA panel, which I think the VA panel is a good choice in my opinion, because VA panels provide a good middle ground. They have better than IPS refresh rates, although slightly worse viewing angles and color reproduction, but they're still a lot better than TN panels. So the 178 degree viewing angle on this screen is actually pretty good, as well as the color gamut with the 115% sRGB and 100% NTSC ratings. It's actually not bad at all. The blistering 1 millisecond response time is industry standard at this point, but still worth a mention. Again, VA panels normally have slower refresh rates, so getting it down to 1 millisecond is very, very good. Another worthwhile mention is that MSI's inclusion of their anti-flicker technology, which was noticeable during the prolonged gaming sessions in terms of eye strain, but this may also have been due to the blue light reduction that is also implemented. It also has an 1800R curvature rating on the 27-inch display, making it perfect, in my opinion, for sitting a few feet away from it at a desk, as I've had the pleasure of doing for the last couple of weeks. With the stand being able to tilt, swing and move vertically a decent amount, it offered plenty of options for viewing angles while doing so. I wasn't surprised to not see pivot included on a curved monitor, so no points lost there. With MSI offering a narrow bezel on the Optix MPG27C, I can clearly see that multi-monitor setups are something that have been considered. I can imagine a curved dual or triple monitor setup looking fantastic on a desk. The connectivity on the MPG27C is something I'm happy with too. The inclusion of the USB 2 hub as well as a headphone and microphone jack with associated pass-through cables are a great inclusion. The two HDMI 1.4s and single DisplayPort 1.2s are plenty. I wasn't surprised not to see HDMI 2.0 as that's really only needed for larger pixel density monitors. Mystic Light isn't something I've mentioned until now, but that's actually the name for the LED application in the SteelSeries Engine 3 software, and actually what makes the link between the monitor, computer and peripherals that I showed earlier. SteelSeries GameSense is in the Engine 3 software package that controls Mystic Light, and is what powers the engine apps that I showed in the quick CSGO gameplay earlier. But to clear up confusion, MSI's Mystic Light is the equivalent to Asus or a Sync, for example. While we're talking about software, the MSI Gaming OSD is a program that allows you to make the same monitor adjustments that you would using the joystick on the back panel. SteelSeries Engine 3 encompasses Mystic Light and GameSense, which are both excellent additions to the monitor, though I imagine enthusiast or professional gamers will reap most of the benefit from the GameSense applications and game profiles. The only thing that's the problem here is that it has very limited game support at present, but hopefully that is something that gets more support in the future. Mystic Light, on the other hand, is MSI's RGB application, which I'm sure people have a lot more admiration for, with the ability to make custom lighting profiles to whatever you please, or just enjoy the included default ones which show off its full RGB abilities. Finally, the price. The Optix MPG27C is available from UK retailers at the time of this review for about £400 to £450. This makes the monitor, even when taking all the bells and whistles it has, very expensive for a 1080p Full HD monitor. Now, don't get me wrong, what MSI is included in the MPG27C is nothing short of fantastic, and it's been executed very well, but immediately I can see this being aimed at enthusiasts and gamers who, to be honest, are probably the only ones who would spend that kind of money on a monitor in the first place. Now is the time that I feel like I should mention the MSI MPG27CQ, which is identical by the 1440p display offered, which is around £500, something that might also whet your appetite. I'm pleased to give the MSI Optix MPG27C our Gold Award and Design Award. Here's why. The Optix MPG27C is a fantastic Full HD 1080p 27-inch curved monitor with all the features and more that a gamer could want. Overall, its performance is excellent with 144Hz refresh rate, 1 millisecond response time, and colours that are vivid and add great immersion to games. MSI's Mystic Light RGB LED strips and SteelSeries GameSense add more immersion to the package. Just be prepared to pay for it. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. A huge thank you to MSI for providing the Optix MPG27C for review. I've been Dave from Player TV. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, leave us a thumbs up. If you didn't, sorry, thumbs down. Consider subscribing and clicking that bell in the bottom right for notifications every time we post a new video. I'll see you all in the next one.